not copyrighted. I mean, I mean,
work smarter, not harder.
And all
right?
you got to do is, I mean, everybody knows, bro. I used to fucking cheat sometimes, right? Just change up a few words. You know what I mean? Like,
so I got through school.
But, you know, freaking take out a period like you messed up.
Yeah.
You can't be perfect, right?
No.
Yeah, you can't have the semicolons. Like, just mess that grammar up, right?
Well, they made it so, like, you know, the schools, which also is a good segue in. I was really interested in the Kenny Vaccaro Foundation.
Yeah.
And because that relates to schools.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think with schooling now, especially, you know, with everything being online, it takes away, because with us growing up, we didn't really have that luxury of like, you type in like questions from the test, like in college or something, and then the whole answer sheet pop up.
It's ridiculous, bro.
And so we had to problem solve.
The glasses too. You probably can be like, it's going to be like where you can like, I don't even know, have some preloaded things in there, tap it, and it just comes up on your, like, bro, like, we're just going to have to start adapting. But school-wise, you're talking about the foundation.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really cool. I thought that was something that I was curious how that started, what made you kind of want to get into that, and what it is for people that don't know.
I mean, the whole Kenny Vaccaro Foundation started really through one of my best friends, Michael Hobbs. I think I told you about him. You know, former rugby player. He's from New Zealand. I actually met him in college when he was rehabbing his back. He had a back injury, but he also was taking some classes at Texas, and I actually met him. I think we were out partying. You know how it all starts in college. Became best friends. He was doing, he was doing some charity work out in Nairobi, Kenya. I think he was actually living with the host family, like literally going through the same things that they go through. I mean, there's barely clean water. Yeah. There's no floors or tile or anything. It's just dirt, right? You know, he's eating like the native, food and whatever. He's like, hey man, you got to get out here if you get a chance. So I ended up going out there. We spent a week. The first night I stayed in the Mash Park Hotel, kind of right across the street from the Kabira slums. It literally had nets up for the mosquitoes and you can get the malaria, fever. Had to get all my shots. But from that point, I just became, I was so touched by these kids and how grateful they were for us just to be playing soccer with them or, giving them some, water or just the things they needed. It's just, it really opened up my mind to how blessed we are over here in our little bubble in America versus the real conditions and the way people have to live, everywhere, in a lot of other places on this earth. And he was saying that their school there in the Kabira slums, I think it's the poorest place on earth. It was shutting down. And a lot of these kids, they got their food and water from that school. So we're like, it ain't happening, right? So, we started raising, some charity funds. I put in, I think, $100,000 of my own money. We did a couple of activities or, events to raise the rest, and we built the whole damn school by ourselves. We didn't get any help from really a foundation. Usually you hire these organizations to raise the money for you. We just did it on our own. Yeah. So we built the school, and that's pretty much my, the biggest thing I've done as far as for the Kenny Vaccaro Foundation. But now that I'm not playing, in 2023, I'm really going to get that rolling. My goal would to be able to bring a gaming center to add to the school. That technology.
Get a kick out of that.
Think about their escapism, when they're hot as hell at night because there's no air conditioner or they don't have any water because the water bottles that were sent over are melted. So now it's poison, right? So it's just maybe they can jump on the game for a little bit and play some Call of Duty or play some Madden, FIFA. It might be hard because honestly, people steal any type of resources or thing of value. It gets stolen. I even sent water over there, a big, massive. I don't even know what it would be called,
It's like a tank.
A tank almost, and got stolen because it's like gold. But yeah, those kids, they need a lot. I got to get back over there. He's actually flying in. I think he flew in yesterday. He's gonna go visit the school. And we're actually sending the kids to Black Panther. I end up, paying for the whole school to go see get a school bus to pick them up so they can go see Black Panther. And I know that would mean a lot to them and maybe be a little bit of escape for them.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Have you seen it? Is it good?
It's good. And it's their people. And it's empowering too for them because it's not showing on National Geographic showing African villages or their community how poor they are. It's showing they're the richest people on earth, right? With the vibranium. And just their culture. No, it's serious.
Yeah.
It's honoring them. It's empowering these kids to, that's a hero to them, whether it's fictional or not. It empowers me. And I'm sitting in there man, I want to be Black Panther. Right.
Yep.
And just seeing the actors and just people of their, of their descent really, because they have African people in it that are actually, from there. So it's relating to that. And then those kids knowing that maybe that'll be me one day. Right. I can do that. I can be a Hollywood star. Right. I don't know. But
Yeah, it's amazing what impact a movie can have on someone's, you know, the way that they decide to move forward in life.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like people talk about too, like there's so many resources over there that get poached. You know what I mean? Like, you see them blood diamonds and all, there's all types of things, but like these kids, their life's different than ours, right? They wake up every day. You know what I mean? They're not gonna, there's not gonna be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like it's survival, right? Yep. So they can get a little bit, 2 hours. It's probably like 3-hour movie. Time away just to get to relax, have some fun, get some popcorn. I mean, that might be enough in itself, and it might motivate one of them to go be something. You know what I mean? Go be whatever they want to be.
Yeah, it's got to be tough to stay motivated with not just the living conditions, but the lack of opportunities that I think people take for granted here. The resources that we have versus,
And the one thing they do have is the lack of not even knowing that what's out there too. Whether that's good or not, it's like, think about like when you're a young kid, it's like you're not even comparing yourself to people, because I didn't even know, without the internet, I don't even know what he owns or what he's wearing. It's kind of the same way there. They ain't got no like TV. So they all they know is their community, people within the community, you know what I mean? The leaders, the people that are nurturing them, the people that are teaching them in school. But I mean, I'm sure as the world, I mean, it's
be fun to bring them out here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah.
What if that's something that can happen? We could do.
I mean, I've never really pitched to anybody, so like it's only a matter of time before somebody wants to get behind this. I actually asked Richard's Rainwater if we could do some type of activation, because it's metal cans. Well, the cans won't melt.
So that's
perfect.
I'll link you up with Josh, the free water guy. He is building or doing wells over in Africa too.
Yeah, because I wanted to bring like rain catchers, because Richard's Rainwater, that's what they do to get their water, and the budget wasn't. I mean, okay, cool, whatever. I mean, if you want to
about that later.
I just told him if you want to beat liquid death, like if you're going to be green, go like clean, promote all this stuff. You got to go all in on philanthropy, because you ain't beating liquid death when it comes to marketing, homie. That's just the beer can is too cool. But if you want to save the world and impact people's lives, that's the only way that you can kind of compete. Yeah. So if y'all ain't ready for the marketing budget, no hard feelings. I love Taylor, their CEO. Yeah. We're good friends, but they said they were worried about distribution. I was like, all right, well, worry about distribution, but you could have talk about the marketing alone and content and PR. If that's all you're in it for, and it's not really about the impact you're having, whatever, that alone will be worth it. I promise you.
And it opens up so many more opportunities too when you are charitable and you help out other.
It's karma, man. That's what I believe in, bro. So I do stuff, everything I can for people, whether it's down to a tip for a freaking Uber driver, making sure I take care of them, or if it's a waitress, because you don't know what's going on in their lives.
Yeah.